What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you my entire sneaker collection. Now, in this shoe collection video, I'm going to be showing you all my shoes, all my beaters, all my hype shoes, everything. So let's get right into it. Cool gray 4s, starting off with some old classic heat. What? You thought I was like going to waste some time with an intro or anything? No, we're jumping right into it. We always jump right into it on this channel. Come on. So these cool gray 4s, I love them. Classic colorway. I saw some guy wearing them at my gym. I said to him, hey man, are you trying to sell them? He said no. 2 weeks later, he asked me to buy them and I bought them for a steal. So guys, don't be afraid to go around at your gym and just make conversation if you see some guys got some heat on. To transition, let's get into my yellow human races and my Moonrock 350s. Now, the way I got these is actually, it's interesting. So, some guy traded me for a pair of cream Yeezys that I had and a pair of Power Phase Yeezys. And yes, this is after they restocked. Now, my notion is that he didn't know that they restocked. All I know is he pulled up to do the trade in a red BMW, so it was quite evident he had a lot of disposable income. He wanted to trade back after. He said it was because they didn't fit him, but I had some other sizes in the Power Phases, so I was like, yeah, I'll trade back, and he didn't want any part of it. So, moving on, like I said, I love loud shoes. I've mentioned that in previous videos. I love the yellow human races because they stand out. And if you were wondering, I know they're legit. You know why? Because they came with the Flight Club tags. And also, I did like hours of research on end. So, moving on, we got the What the KD6s. Like I said, I love loud shoes. These stand out. They catch people's attention. We're sticking with the old heat right now, and I'm going to show you my LeBron 9 collection. It's only 2 shoes. It's not much of a collection, but still. LeBron 9 Elite South Beaches. In addition to that, we got the Big Bang LeBron 9s. 2 of my favorite shoes, as you can see, they are beat. These things are destroyed because I wear them so much. We got some more old heat. We got some Jordans. Keith, how could you only mention one Jordan out of like 5 shoes? Well, don't worry. I got plenty of Jordans. So we got these fire red 3s right here. Definitely a super simple color. You cannot go wrong with it. Matches a ton of outfits. Love it. Now going on, I know a lot of you guys, the hypebeast and the sneakerheads, you cannot go wrong with the Jordan 1. So I only, unfortunately, have 2 pairs, which I'm very happy with. I got the Royals, and then I also have the black toe ones. These are the 2013 ones, I believe. They're not the new ones, so they don't have that super great leather, but I'm okay with it because they look great. Moving on, we got some Yeezys. Yep, that's right. I got Yeezys in my collection, and I got some old heat. I like to keep it diverse in my collection. So right here, we got the blue tint Yeezys. Now, these have become my new favorite Yeezys. I love the colorway. I'm obsessed with it. Not much I can say about it. We're going to stick with the color blue, and I'm going to show you I got my Jordan 11 Win Like 82s. And not just the Win Like 82s, but I also have the Win Like 96s. In fact, I might have to say, I didn't at first, but now I think I like the Win Like 96s a little more. And I guess sticking with Jordan 11s, I gotta show you my Gammas. Now these things, these are destroyed. They're beat to the ground. But I still gotta show you. I'm trying to show you my entire sneaker collection. Alright, going on, I feel like it was necessary to just mention my beaters, so here they are. While you take a look at this beauty of beaters, they look fantastic, don't they? I feel like this question would have come up, so I'm going to answer it right now. Keith, how do you make your money for your shoes? Do your parents give you all this money? No. I mean, they have the money to buy me some if they wanted to, but I respect their decision not to. I think they wanted to teach me independence, which I respect. I hated them at first for it because I had to sell candy out of my locker when I was in middle school when I couldn't get a job. But now I work as a busboy. And in addition to busboying, I also DJ. So I'll show you my DJ equipment. We got some EVZLX 15P speakers. I love these speakers. Best bang for your buck. I also got a Chauvet 4-play 6-channel lighting system. This was only like $250. So if you're a DJ starting out, definitely go with these lights. And for my mixer, I use a Serato SB2. You know, it's not a crazy mixer, and that's because the parties that I usually mix for, they're not like guys who are super into music or anything. It's mostly just people who want to hear top 40s, so that's fine. But you don't care about that. This is a sneaker collection video, so let's get back to the sneakers. Next up, we have the Flu Game 12s, another pair of beaters. I don't have any Timberlands or snow boots, so whenever it snows out, I go outside in these Flu Game 12s just because they're all leather. They keep me warm, and come on, guys. Flu Games, they're fuego. I love them. I'd like to show you my favorite Foamposite currently. It is the Gucci Foamposite in the white with the gum bottom. I have tons of outfits that match these, and I wear these so much. I remember I bought these in Punta Cana with another pair of foams, those of which I actually gave away in my giveaway, if you're wondering. Keith, when did you do the giveaway? Guys, the reason I didn't announce the giveaway, I didn't want publicity for it. I just wanted to give back to you. I wanted to be nice, so I snuck it in a video. If you watch that video, because I snuck it in, you're a legend. I love you. But yeah, so I had 2 pairs of foams. Now I only have 1. I'm looking forward to getting those Galaxy Foamposites. But right now, fortunately, I only have 1. Moving on, I gotta show you some more Yeezys. I know some of you guys on this channel, well, a lot of you guys, you see my How to Cop guides and everything. So clearly, you guys like hyped shoes. I've been showing you a lot of old hype, things that used to be hyped. But come on, I like the new hype too. Here's the Zebra Yeezys. They used to be my favorite Yeezy, but not anymore. The blue tints have taken that place. Talking about favorite shoes, huh? Well, I gotta mention what used to be my favorite shoe of all time. And it was the LeBron 10 Corks. These LeBron 10 Corks were my favorite shoe when I was I don't even remember. I was 13 or 14. I couldn't afford them at all because they were going for $600 at the time. I got this pair for $175 used. Complete steal. I talked them down over the course of a few weeks. But the reason these used to be my favorite were just because the concept behind them was so cool. Also, all my friends used to talk about them. So I was like, I got to be the one to get those. And finally, I got a pair. I sold that pair, and now I finally got them back. Now, my favorite shoe right now. You're asking, Keith, show us right now. Show us your favorite shoe. All right, I will. I promise. I might put it at the end of the video, so if you're going to skip around to find that, fine. Do what you have to do. But if you watch the video in its entirety, I respect that to the fullest. So I'll tell you later what my favorite shoe is. Moving on. We got the Power Phase Yeezys, the classic Power Phase, and then we also got the gray Power Phase. Now, personally, I've actually grown to like the gray Power Phase a little more, but I used to think that the OG Power Phase was just the best looking one, you know, simple and classic looking. That's what I like about it. It's a retro looking sneaker, you know, something my dad would have worn when he was a kid. So that's something unique. I like unique shoes in my collection. All right. Even though these Power Phases are cool and all, they're not my favorite, or they're not even one of my favorites. One of my favorites, it's the Bread 4s. Bread 4s have been my grail for the longest time. I didn't want to buy a new pair of Bread 4s because they're $300 to $400 on StockX, so I didn't feel like paying that. So I've been looking for a used pair for the longest time, but they're all cracked. I got lucky and I found a pair that wasn't cracked. But I'm very careful when I do wear it because I don't want that midsole cracking. These shoes are just beautiful. Now, sticking with red or a bread colorway, we got the Bread 13s. And I guess this just illustrates, hey, Keith, you don't just like hyped shoes, do you? Or you don't just like different shoes. You also like the GRs that are just plain and simple. Heck yeah, I do. I love my GRs. We're moving on to the Ferrari 14s. I used to think these were one of my favorite shoes, but even though they're loud, I gotta say they're probably not one of my favorites anymore. They just look a little tacky with the red and yellow. I just don't think I could pull it off that well, but still a great shoe, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. Moving on, we got some more Yeezys. We got the Beluga 2.0s. Not much to say about these other than, they're super universal. They're gray, so they won't get dirty. and they're comfortable. So I'm thinking about making these beaters. Maybe not beaters, but just like everyday shoes. Because like I said, universal, won't get dirty. So definitely considering just wearing them all the time. Then we also got the frozen yellow Yeezy Boost 350 V2s. The only reason I have these in my collection, it's for investment purposes. I don't want to sell my pair now because they're the most limited V2, so I do feel like the price will go up in the future. But I can't even wear these. They're a size 8. Alright, guys. Now it's time. I have to show you my favorite shoe in my entire collection. But let me just tell you, it's not just about the looks. I think this is one of the nicest looking shoes, but to be honest, it's more about the sentimental value. And you're like, oh, man, Keith's getting all deep and everything. This is stupid. But no, come on. And I know it might get a little deep, but just bear with me. So it's the Bread 11s, right? I love the way the shoe looks, but the reason I like them so much is because of what I went through to get them. When I was younger, like I said, I used to sell candy out of my locker. And you think it's like easy, right? You know, just selling candy out of your locker, no big deal. And this is how I saved up to get my first pair of shoes, which I wanted the Bread 11s. Because I was wearing D Roses that my mom bought me for like $60 in a kid's size for like 2 years. And they had like holes in the bottom of them and everything. So I was like, all right, I got to save up for a nice pair of shoes. So I was selling candy out of my locker. I would go to Stop and Shop. I'd buy like $20 worth of candy every single night. In school, I'd overcharge people for them because you could only buy stuff in school. In middle school, you weren't allowed to go out to lunch. So I was able to overcharge people for gum. And yeah, it was kind of a it was kind of a mean thing to do to people, but you know, you got to make money. You got to hustle. You got to get your money somehow. And I was too young to get a job at the time. So the problem was, it wasn't just selling the candy. That wasn't hard. It was the fact that I was late to so many classes. Detentions, man. Oh my gosh. The amount of detentions I got from this one period, it was my science class. If you were late by like 2-3 seconds, you got detention. And that was it. It was so dumb, so I can't even remember the amount of detentions I had. But essentially my point is, it was hard. But I finally got $200. Found some guy on Instagram selling a bunch of shoes. He had Bread 11s. I looked at the pictures, watched videos on how to authenticate them, and the pictures were real. So I'm like, I'm getting them. I gotta get these Bread 11s. So I gift him the money via PayPal. Because I didn't know how PayPal worked. I was all of like 13 years old in middle school. This is when I was just getting into the sneaker game. I had no idea how this worked. I gifted to a guy in Canada. So he wasn't even in the United States, so the police couldn't do anything. So I didn't get my shoes. That's basically the story. The reason I feel like these shoes mean so much to me is because it taught me just this valuable lesson. It's almost as if it was worth it to get scammed, because I could be scammed in the future for $2 million somehow, or that's a little drastic, maybe $20,000. I know another YouTuber, Mike, I forget what his name is on YouTube, but he got scammed for $10K, I believe. And now I know that's not going to happen to me because I've been scammed. I know what it's like. I know there's people out there who are just going to take your money. So getting to realize what the world was like when I was younger, it was definitely it was eye-opening. It just made me realize, look, the world doesn't care about you. Your friends and family do, but the rest of the world, all the strangers, they don't care about you. I guess I learned a lot in that experience. Very grateful that it happened early. Now, at the time, I was really mad. But again, the reason I love these shoes, the reason I love the Bread 11s, it's a lesson, really. And that's why they mean so much sentimentally to me. So yeah, Bread 11, super cool shoe. That will end my collection. I know it wasn't the biggest, I know it wasn't the best, but like I said, guys, I'm a busboy. I don't make a lot of money. And I also DJ, but my DJing jobs are very inconsistent, so I don't... when I do DJ once or twice, I make a very good amount of money, but it's not often. So when I'm busboying for 12 hours on a weekend, like on a Saturday night, what do I get? I get like $100 after taxes. It's ridiculous. So I don't have money to burn. Fortunately, this is all I have in my collection. And if you're wondering, Keith, like, are you into streetwear at all? Yeah, I am, but I don't have a big collection at all in streetwear. I mean, look at the shirt I'm wearing. Comment down below if you know what this means. Alright, so I'll see you guys around. Thank you for watching this collection video. If you made it to the end, you are a legend. And I really respect you. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe. That would really mean a lot to me. And just have a fantastic day.
And that problem is transport. It take very, very long, because Kazakhstan is big.